Hello everyone, welcome to Module 5 of Math 201 assignment. In this assignment, you will explore one of the most important topics in statistics and mathematics, probability. Probability helps us predict how likely an event is to happen. By the end of this assignment, you'll compare what should happen in theory with what actually happens when you perform an experiment. Let's go through each part of the assignment together. In this assignment, you are going to use or you will need one standard six-sided die. If you don't have one at home, remember that your assignment template has a link. It includes a link to a virtual six-sided die that you can use instead. Okay. The first part of the assignment asks you to describe the difference between a theoretical probability and experimental probability in about 100 words. Notice that the assignment is asking you to describe the difference. It's not asking you to solve a math problem yet. Explain what each type of probability means in your own words, and then answer the final question, which do you think is more reliable and why? Be sure to explain your reasoning. Don't simply state your opinion. Support it with an explanation. 100 words. Okay. The second part of the probability assignment is to determine the theoretical probability of rolling a 2 using one standard six-sided die. So remember to read the questions carefully. The assignment is asking you to write your answer in three equivalent forms: as a fraction, a decimal rounded to three decimal places, and as a percentage rounded to one decimal place. Notice the instructions tell you exactly how to round your decimal and percentage, so make sure you follow those directions. Okay, the key idea is that a fair six-sided die has six equally likely outcomes. You either get a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, 5, or 6. Only one outcome is a 2. Remember that theoretical probability is based on what should happen. What should happen using equally likely outcomes, not by rolling the die. So remember the formula: number of favorable outcomes divided by the total number of outcomes. And remember, you need to write your answer in three equivalent forms: as a fraction, as a decimal rounded to three places, and as a percentage rounded to one place. This is the most common mistake here. Remember the requirement in rounding. Okay, next comes the experimental probability portion. For this part, you will actually perform an experiment. This is when you need your die. Roll the die the same number of times as your age in years. For example, if you are 20 years old, you will roll the die 20 times. If you are 35 years old, you will roll it 35 times. The number of rolls should match your age. And as you roll the die, record every single result in a table. So you will need to create a table, write down roll number 1, roll number 2, and 3, and what is the result of the roll? What was it, a 2? Don't skip any rolls and don't estimate. Write each number exactly as it appears. Once you finish rolling, count how many times you rolled a 2, because you're going to use that result to calculate the experimental probability. Experimental probability of rolling a 2. So just like the previous question, write your answer in three equivalent forms: as a fraction, as a decimal, rounded to three decimal places, and as a percentage, rounded to one decimal place. Remember that experimental probability is based on the data you actually collected. So remember the formula. Experimental probability is the number of times you rolled a 2 divided by your age, or the total number of rolls. Everyone's answer may be different because everyone's rolls will be different, and that is perfectly normal. Okay, finally, compare your results. Ask yourself, was your experimental probability exactly the same as the theoretical probability? If not, the assignment asks another important question. Do you think your experimental probability would become closer to the theoretical probability if you doubled the number of rolls? Explain your thinking in approximately 100 words. So the key idea here is the more times you roll the die, the more your experimental probability should get closer to the theoretical probability. Notice the assignment is asking you to explain why you believe your answer is correct. Support your explanation instead of giving only a yes or no answer. Okay, so before submitting your assignment, make sure you have completed every section. Check that you have written your first explanation in about 100 words, completed the theoretical probability question in all three forms, roll the die the correct number of times, fill in your data table completely, calculated the experimental probability in all three forms, and also written your final explanation in about 100 words. So complete all this, review your work for accuracy and completeness, take your time, read each question carefully, and show all your work requested in the assignment. This assignment can be submitted under Module 5, a folder on Blackboard. If you have questions while completing Module 5, please don't hesitate to reach out. Good luck and have fun exploring probability.